Welcome to the show where we talk about buying, selling, online selling, eBay, Mercari, Amazon, garage sales, estate sales.
There, you should be able to hear me now. Yeah, you should be able to hear me now. Yep, there was a delay. Okay, so good morning, everybody. Yep, there was a delay. Okay, I wonder if that's your problem, April. Okay, so good morning, everybody. Wednesday, September 21st. That is strange. All right, we're going to bring on April. Hi, April.
Hey, everyone.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Okay, so now I have the other camera. Let me go back to the other camera because it's more close up.
All right. That's weird that you had that problem, and then I had the problem. I just looked, and it seems like StreamYard added a bunch of options in my audio, and they took out my setting from my microphone.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I was like, okay, I know mine works because we were on auction last night. So I know it works. So I was kind of like,
Yeah, that's weird. Well, let's say good morning to some of the folk. Well, actually, to all of the folks. Cindy Y, good morning. Penny Day, haven't seen you in a long time. How are you doing? Sandy Kirk. Penny Day, Sandy Kirk. Anne Marie Vogelli. Hope I got that right. New name in here. Thank you for coming in, Anne. How'd you find out about us? Let me know. I guess we're going to have to lip read. No, Sandy. No. KT Treasures. Good morning. I hope everybody's getting the notices. Hope you're all subscribed to the channel. You hit the bell, hit all, and that way you know every time I go on. And thank you for watching on Twitch. I appreciate it. And thank you for watching on Facebook also. If you'd like to chat along with everybody, ask questions during the show, come over, click on the image. It'll take you right to the YouTube channel, and you could chat along with everybody. Fagley. Okay, Anne-Marie Fagley. That's odd. I didn't see the Vogley. All right. So there's a silent F hiding in there somewhere. So we were talking KT Treasures. There's a lot of people that are not blue anymore for some odd, peculiar reason. I found you by watching Donna and T. Mr. Buys a Lot. I'm new to into the reseller world. Well, welcome in. Welcome in. So this is. Why don't you introduce yourself and let people know who you are in case they don't know. In case they don't know who you are.
I'm Countess April, and I have a channel. I share it with Gems Volkswagen. So basically, what we do is we do YouTube auctions on Friday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, and then I'm also on I'm on It's About to Get Real Kim on Mondays and Tuesdays. And then Thursdays, I'm on Hemlock Antonia's channel doing YouTube auctions. So I auction usually 3 to 4 times a week. And now I'm starting to get into a new avenue, hopefully in the next 3, 4 weeks. We're going to try What's Not. It's going to be a new selling platform. We're going to be trying that out.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm a little excited, a little, scared to get into that. But you got to keep trying things in this business. It's never the same. Things change quite often, and you got to learn to adapt and figure how things work. Because
Oh, I wish you were in here yesterday.
yeah,
um,
things change often. I've learned to adapt. I mean, like,
you
okay,
have to. You have to.
yep, you do.
You got to go. You can't just go with the flow.
No.
They zig, you zag. You have to adapt. That's the entrepreneur mindset. You have to change and adapt all the time. But
Yeah.
boy, do I wish. I don't know if you saw yesterday's show.
No, I did. I've been so busy. I got 3, 4 weeks ago. I got bit by a spider working on a storage unit,
Oh,
and
wow.
I was down for about 2 weeks. And
Wow.
yeah, and it's still not healed.
What
Um,
kind of spider? It
they
wasn't a
don't
recluse, was
know.
it?
They don't know. They
Oh,
have
wow.
absolutely. They have
If you have your whatnot link, put it in the chat.
to no right
I
here.
think I've done whatnot. I've done it like 7 times already. Um, I think it's great. Jocelyn, good morning. Thanks for coming in. Let me know your new name here. Let me know how you found out about the show.
She's in one of our YouTube auctions.
All
She's one of our
righty.
customers. Yep.
I think the thing you're going to like, and I think the thing that everybody loves about whatnot. Now, granted, the fees are just as much as eBay. All right.
Right.
But, and I tell this to everybody, the last sale I did was on a Sunday. It was Star Wars toys. It was, let me do that. I was on at 4 and stopped at 6. I think I did 50 something lots. I went to go have a bite to eat. I came back. Everything was ready. I I put the new box size in, the weight, printed the label. Everything was picked up Monday morning. No invoicing, no waiting for people to buy, to pay their invoice, whatnot. You have to have your credit card to go in. And when you win, it's charged.
That's
So,
that's what I'm liking. I like the instant. I saw the instant payment and
yep,
not having to wait. Is amazing. I mean, we do a lot of in our YouTube auctions. I have what they call build a box right now, and so I allow those customers to kind of build their boxes because
yep,
it's not going to matter if the weight's going to be 2 pounds or 20 pounds. If they're willing to wait a month for their stuff, I don't have any problem holding on to it. You know what I mean?
yep.
Because if you're going to charge them $12 for 3 pounds every week, that adds up for a reseller.
It does. Now on whatnot, they pay shipping the full price for the first item, and then I think it's 50 cents or $1 for the next item.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, you're just not gonna want to go on to whatnot selling things under $5.
Yeah,
Be,
no. That's not my goal. I
yep,
have a lot of ephemera, a lot of we picked up a lot of postcards, and they were going very well in our YouTube auctions for quite a while, and now let's hit a brick wall. So now
yep,
we're sitting with like 2 or 3 thousand postcards that it's kind of dead right now, and I got to keep moving that inventory out. I don't like
yep.
to sit on stuff.
I hear you. I had like 10,000 postcards. I think on the last sale I did, the earliest one was 1890 something. Um, and I put them on my high bid auction, and I ended up putting them in lots of 10 and 20. And that's how I sold them, but they sold pretty cheap. You know, 10, $20 for a lot.
I've been doing $25 for 50 postcards.
Wow, that's nice. Anne Marie has a question. Did you just open your account and
Yep.
whatnot? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, followers is what it's all about.
Yep.
Followers, yeah, Penny.
Yep.
Every time I go on, well, I've only done 2 YouTube auctions in the last several months, but every time I want to tell you, or now on the chat, everybody on the top of the chat, I pinned my latest high bid auction. I wanted to tell you, Penny, but you know, I haven't seen you in a while. And she says she likes it because it's fast, and it is. It's fast paced.
Yeah.
You could set, and for people that don't know, you could set the auction for 30 seconds, 45 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. It is very good. But like I said, the fees are just as much as eBay, but at least you're getting a lot of eyes on the prize, as I call it.
Right, exactly.
Now, I did talk about you yesterday. I said when you do your YouTube auctions, you always have a lot of different items, some porcelain and all the different stuff. Are you getting that from storage units?
Everything that we bring to our YouTube auctions right now, the platform that we're running, is from our storage units. Yes, correct.
And the last time we spoke, we were talking about the last time you were on with me. Hello, Vintage Gem, Jewels, Gems, and Pearls. Good morning, good morning. The last time you were on with me, we were talking about sourcing for your online business.
Right.
And that video is in the playlist if anybody's interested. And then you hit me with the bombshell that, well, I started buying storage units.
Yeah.
And I said, well, that's a whole nother show now. So tell us, like, how did you get into buying storage units?
I've actually been buying them for quite a many years. I've been buying probably since 2015, 2016, on and off.
Wow.
So it's nothing new to me. It just depends in where am I in my lifestyle of, you know, can I get these? Can I pick them up? Do I have the room? Do I have the time? Because they do take a lot of work. They are not faint of heart, guys. They are a lot of work. And that's sometimes why I run behind on my YouTube auction stuff, is because when we go to pick up units, you know, I'm the one that usually has to go pick them up. Right now I do have a business partner. But he works all day long. So I usually go up and clean them up. So the last unit we just picked up was a 10 by 10. It was completely full, had, you know, top to bottom packed. It was packed. And that took me about 2 days to clean out.
All by yourself?
All by myself.
That's my biggest fear is, and I've talked to storage pirates and all them, and I say, listen, you know, I would love to start buying storage units, but I'm all by myself, you know? And they said, one of the things that both of them said that I asked, they said, go for the small units, the 5 by 7s, the 5 by 10s or whatever, and then build yourself up because they have sons, daughters, employees that help them. And then God forbid you run into, and I don't know how you do it, you run into one that has a mattress or a couch.
Yep. You try moving those on your own.
Yeah, but not only that, what do you do with it?
Well, we kind of have, I tried to right now, I'm trying to stay away from the couch units just because a lot of times if it's a decent couch, I'll throw it on Facebook for real cheap. You know, hey, that way, and sometimes I don't even have to move it. For example, we had a huge Craftsman toolbox in this last unit, and I'm like, how in the heck am I going to move this by myself? Because it's loaded, it's heavy. How am I going to move this? So I texted the business partner, said, hey, post this on Facebook. I don't care what it goes for, just so that they have to come and pick it up. And that's exactly what happened. We sold it for $100.
You do that while you're unloading the unit.
Yeah. So as I knew it was going to be a 2-day process on this unit. So I go in right away and I'm like, okay, if I can get to the item. I went in right away and I said, boom, This needs to go on Facebook immediately. I took pictures, I sent them to the business partner, and he went and posted it for us. And usually within 2-3 days, or by the time we get out of that unit, usually it's sold, because we lower the price low enough just so we don't have to move it.
Yep. Everybody's motivated by price all
Yep.
the time. But
And
now,
sometimes I do a trick, Paul, where I'll say, hey, if you can pick this up in the next 24 hours, I'll take $20 off the price.
wow.
So I'll list it for like $140, $150, and I'll say, if you can pick it up today by 2:00 or whatever, by this evening, I'll make it $100.
Nice.
And because that's what I wanted it for. You know what I mean?
Yep. Call to
But in
action.
people's minds,
So
just say
when you buy one, and I have two questions, and if anybody has a question for April, put it in the chat. Just give us a bit. You say you don't like the ones with couches and stuff. I have watched some videos like Jeebus. Boxes are all stocked on the front or whatever, and then behind it is a couch. So it's hard to know. But when you buy one, how long do they give you to have everything out?
It depends on the storage facilities. Some storage facilities are 48 hours and some are 72.
Ooh.
Now, you may be able to find a storage facility that'll let you rent that unit. So you can go in and pay for the unit. Nope, I do not really have helpers. Sometimes I can get my oldest child who's 18 to help me, but that's higher. That's few and far between. But no, most of the time, sometimes I do have helpers. Sometimes the business partner, he has an extra spare key. So if I'm running behind, and I'll explain that unit, because he came in help and he took 2 carloads that day. So that kind of helps. But sometimes I do have helpers. But yeah, the thing is that I've had where, like, we've had a unit, all it was boxes in the front. All in the back was furniture.
Wow.
I wasn't expecting that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I had to go ask my son, but I do have 2 dollies. I use a lot of furniture dollies, and I use a lot of dollies to help me move things. So when something is too heavy for me to lift, I just flop it onto a dolly, and I use the dolly to help me. And a lot of times that I'm okay with that. It works.
Now, do you have a big truck?
Nope. I have I use an SUV, but I just rent the like the 6x12 U-Haul trailers.
Oh, okay. Yep.
I don't like the closed ones because I can't get as much in there. With the open ones, I can pack those up to a certain height, and I can get quite a bit in there.
And now, so you're emptying a storage unit.
Yep.
Where does it go? I guess.
Right now, I'm very lucky. I'm very blessed because the business partner has a barn, and so I rent the barn from him every month. And so what we do is we put everything in the barn. And so what we have is we have it separated out. New units go to this one side, and anything that we're working or processing stays on the opposite side. So it kind of gets flip-flop back and forth. So right now we're on the right side, and then when a new unit would come in, it would actually go in the left side. So that way we're not mixing the units. That way I can keep track of what we're making on per unit.
Okay. So I mean, I don't think I've seen any. Have you done videos in the storage unit?
I have not. I've been trying, guys. I've really been trying. But I get so excited to dig in these storage units that it's like, oh, Christmas, let's go.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see. My wife would be the same way. It's like it's like treasure hunting. You get another brand new box. What's in the box? And I see the way Jeebus gets. You watched Jeebus, right?
Yeah, I do.
You see the way he gets excited. Oh, there's guns! Oh my God! You know, it's like
Well, this last unit that we just picked up out of was a complete surprise. I picked this unit up because I saw something that said it's Karen's gift shop. I'm like, okay, did she have an antique store? Because that just intrigues me. You know what I mean? So I picked it up. I saw the tools. What I did not see in there, and I probably could have gotten more for Paul, but I have a policy. I like to flip my units fast. You go in, you buy them, you get out, you get everything sold within 6 months. That's usually my goal. Everything needs to be gone within 6 months or less.
Nothing wrong with wanting to turn over your inventory fast.
Yep, I don't like to sit in things. But we found a see if I can pull it. We found a it was a signed Philadelphia Flyers Lindros jersey.
Wow.
Now, yeah, and it was hidden behind the Craftsman toolbox, which you did not see through the pictures.
You talk about the Craftsman toolbox. That's the stand-up like mechanics one, right?
Yep, correct. Yep.
Yeah, those things weigh 100 pounds all by themselves.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't want to move it, so I just told him to put it on for cheap, just to get rid of it, and we had it sold within, I think, 12 hours. So by the time I got back the next day to go through that unit, to finish loading it up, it was already gone.
Wow.
So this is what we found. I don't know if you can be able to see that.
Oh, nice.
In the case, I sold it for cheap. I did go through Big Barn Auctions, and I did ask him what his opinion was, and he told me 150 to 250 is what he thinks he could get for it. I've had people kind of yelling at me lately, like, you could have got thousands of dollars for that. I'm like, that's not my motto. My motto is to put it on, put it for cheap. We asked for some expertise and advice because it's all signed. We got $180 for it. It's gone.
Yep.
You know? Actually, not quite. It's going to be gone this week. We just sold it, so we're just waiting for the guy to meet up with him. But he's local, and he says he wanted to buy it, and I'm like, that works for me. You know.
So I'm sorry. I'm wearing a tens machine. My back is killing me. So far, has it been profitable for you?
Yeah, it always has been. I don't think in this career of mine, I've only had one unit that was really bad. I've been really close to just scraping by and just get my money back on sometimes units, but no, like the units that we've just got. The one surprise unit that we got up here in Lancaster about a month ago was kind of like the facility has a policy they can only stand in so far in the doorway. So they're only allowed 2 feet in the doorway. That's their policy of the company. So when they took the pictures of the storage unit, we saw 25, 30 boxes, and that's what we like to go with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, there was 100 boxes.
Wow.
And we're like, what? I was not expecting this. So yeah, my business partner ended up helping me out and helping me clear out that unit. He did take 2 loads on the big huge TV because I couldn't move them.
Wow.
And these boxes were very
Barbara.
weird. Barbara's my mom.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, that's my mom.
Oh, I didn't know that. Good morning, Barbara. She said it's my fault. April's Christmases were always scavenger hunts.
It's true. Yep, because April likes to get into Christmas presents at Christmas.
Yeah.
And so one year, because they kind of figured out I was opening the presents before Christmas, yeah, I didn't have any Christmas presents. They were all over the house, and they had to follow the clues to find out where they were. Yeah, that was one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but so this unit that we had, it was really weird. They were like ready. They were a nurse's unit. We call it the nurse's unit, and the lady was moving back to the Philippines. And so you would break up this box. It would be a layer of clothes, a 3.5-ton jack, and another layer of clothes.
Oh, my God.
What the heck? Yeah.
Good morning, Deborah. Wow.
I've been very profitable. I would say right now the units, and we've got a lot of clothing that we still have to get through. But right now we're sitting at about $500 to $1,000 profit per unit right now.
Very nice.
And so we're not even done.
How many unit do you have it down? Listen, I want to do 1 unit a month. I want to do 2 units a month. I'm working up to that. Or do you have it planned like that?
I kind of have it planned as we get down to close, because we got to have YouTube auction inventory. So this is how we get all of our inventory. So usually when we get down to about a quarter to a half left of the inventory from the last unit, we start looking for the next unit.
Okay.
Now, if in the meantime, I do kind of keep my eye out, and if I end up, finding a unit, that's really good, that's a good price, I may pick it up.
Okay.
I always keep my eye open just in case a unit does pop up that's really, really good.
Okay. And I mean, one question I've always had is I hear people, because I go on the Facebook pages and whatever, and I look at stuff, and people are saying, it is a hustle if you want to do storage units. If you're going to start, only go for leaned units. Stay away from the manager special, because that means the manager went into the unit and could have cherry picked stuff out of it.
Yep, correct. Yep.
So what did they?
I do not go for any manager units. You'll
So
never have ever bought a manager unit. Yep, I don't trust those. Sorry.
so when they say leaned unit, how do you know what's a
Um,
leaned unit?
Let me see if I can pull up. Um, yeah, I can. Hold on. Let me share. Oops, wrong one. Let me show you, Paul. I can show you. Hold on.
I never knew Barbara was your mother.
Uh-huh.
And you didn't follow her into the writing thing?
I did not. I'm very good. I'm very bad at spelling, and I'm very bad at pronouncing names. So no, I did not get that.
All
So
right,
if you can see, like here, this unit up here, here is what they call. This is what they call a lean unit.
And how do you know that, though?
Because it doesn't say manager special. Let me see if I can find you a manager special one.
And this is one of the places you buy from, Storage Treasures?
Yep, correct. Yep.
And is that one of, I know there's like several, but is the Storage Treasures the one you have to pay for a membership or something?
Yes. Yep. And the difference is like 10% buyer's premium compared to 15%. And so it when you're buying quite a bit of units, it does pay itself off after a while.
Okay. Yes, Anne Marie, that was one of the places, is Storage Treasures. There's what, Storage Fox, I guess, or something like that.
There is Locker Fox,
Locker Fox.
and then there's if in your area they may have bid 13, and then in some areas you have self auction. Okay, see how this one says non-lean unit manager special.
Non-lean unit. Yes, yes, yes.
Yep. Yep.
So
Now,
that means that the manager went into it cherry picked. I mean, how the
yep.
hell would you get in there, though?
But also the other thing with this too, if you look at this one that I've got up here, this could be 4 or 5 units.
Oh,
so
and they just throw it all into one.
Sell, so the manager threw it all into one unit.
Okay.
Now it means that they could have cherry picked what they wanted and threw in what they didn't want.
Yep.
I will not touch it. I am sorry, I don't care the price. It's not me. It's not how I work. But yeah, that's how you tell a non lean unit. It will say that at the top. So a lot of times when I am searching and stuff, I do not. I will go in if it's on the side here, and I will take the non-leans out. So I take the manager specials off. I do not look at them. It's just not my policy. I don't think I've ever been on one. Like I said, I've had one unit. I like the live units. That's what I miss completely right now, because I do better at picking those. I mean, I've done really well. I've also showed a couple people how to buy storage units, and the one person that I have shown her how to do it, she's really doing successfully on it.
Nice. And that's what you do. You put your zip code in, and it tells you what's in your area.
Yep, correct. I go 50 miles out. I've really had a lot of success right now down in Baltimore. Yes, it's an hour and a half drive for me, but man, those units down there are $10 and $20 are a huge thing. Now, I can't get into this account. It's on my phone. I can't remember passwords today, so don't. But Storage Treasures has something brand spanking new, and I wish I could show you guys. but you can get on their list. So if a unit does not sell, they will do a call, what they call an offer up right now. And with the, let me switch this off and I'll show you on my phone. And they will send you a text message, and you got to be speedy and fast. Literally have to be speedy and fast, because there's like thousands of people, but they will send offers now. Hey,
Oh
you
yeah,
have
yeah.
an offer. View now, and you can pick up free units. I've picked up one free unit already. All kids clothes.
Wow.
You know, I had to go down to Baltimore to get it, but heck, but yeah, you got to be fast on those, because
So if
Tuesday
it's free, how do you put it in an offer? You put in
you
an offer
don't.
for
It comes
nothing?
up. I don't know if it'll let me, because a lot of these offers are already gone.
Because it says make an offer, but if it's
Like
free,
here,
what do you put in?
I don't want this one here, because
Yep.
it's got all mattresses and furniture.
Oh my
But this is
God,
a
yeah.
free unit. Now,
Yep.
if I wanted that unit, I would just go ahead and hit view offer and accept.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And
Nice.
so getting on that, I can see I have it on my phone. There is a spot now. You can I think it's in settings. Oops. Account. Maybe where'd it go? It's brand new. Oh, it's under dashboard. They've changed things on here just a little bit.
Yeah, I haven't been on the site in a long time, although I do get emails every single week. And the
Yeah.
Locker Fox, I get their email almost like every other day. But now a question that I it just came to my mind. You said you got bit by a spider.
Yeah, I was up at the barn. I was working on a unit. So at the
Are,
barn, they have spiders up there.
are you not
And
wearing gloves?
it was on my foot. So it landed, whatever
Oh,
was
okay.
happening. I had my sandals on. Yeah. Lesson, don't wear your sandals at the barn when you're working.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of a new thing, is they've been doing those things.
Nice. And excuse me. I hear Jeebus and Bandits and the other people there that I watch on the units. They say, okay, when they film, they say, all right, this is personal, so it's going back to them. How do you know
Right.
whose unit it was to give it back to them?
Um so when you buy a unit, they'll give you a receipt. Some facilities will have like their name on it and like account information. Some units do not, most of them do not. So you'll have like the unit number, and you'll have the facility that you have like for your storage treasure papers. And so we only buy one unit at a time. And so when we're going through that unit, it's all processed. And so anything with social security numbers on it, birth certificates, passports, driver's license, all of that, we have a bin. We just toss it in there, and then when it gets ready to time, we'll send it off to them. A lot of facilities are now getting to the point, because they don't want to store the stuff, they'll ask us to throw it away. I
Oh,
can't tell you
wow.
how hard it is just to go, okay, bye. You
Yeah,
know?
man.
Or I put them in the shredder if it's social security numbers. But I've had one, this last one up there. He called and he said, I'm looking for my birth certificate. You know, it was a storage facility, called and say, hey, do you have a birth certificate for this guy? You know what I mean? You and I'm like, I don't recall seeing anything, but we're not quite through the unit yet. But if we do see it, I'll mail it up there. That's not a problem.
They
You
don't
know,
give your name to the old
nope,
owner, right?
nope, nope. I have had old owners show up, uh, and luckily the storage facilities has stopped them. You know what I mean? And the one guy asked us to buy. We had bought the unit, we had paid the unit, we started to clean out the unit, and the guy had showed up. They said that you can't go there, but we'll talk to her, see if she wants to leave left. So what we did is we cherry picked what we wanted through the unit, and we left the rest for him. Now, the bad thing is, what he wanted in the unit would have gotten him in trouble.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, but we took it anyways. We took the camera, we deleted everything that was on the camera, and we did sell it.
Wow. Uh,
So,
Anne Marie, it's storage treasures.
yep, storage treasures. Here's Locker Fox.
Locker
I can show
Fox
you.
is another one. Bid 413, isn't it?
Bid 13, I think, is what it's called.
Or just do a Google search for storage unit
Here,
auction.
I got it, Paul.
Excuse me.
I'm pretty up on on stuff. Share screen, yes. Tabs. Where's this one? That is one of them. It's called Bid 13. I don't
Nope,
use it as often.
it didn't
It's
show
very
anything.
hard to find stuff in there.
Yeah, I think Fox and Treasures are the most popular ones.
Yep, correct. Now I do. This is another one. Storage auction.
But then I think you can call facilities, like if you live near a facility,
I'll show you what I pay for if I can find it real quick.
you
I pay
can
for
call
the
the
site.
facility and ask, can you tell me when your next auction is? And they'll tell you. They usually have a calendar.
I pay for this site, Paul. I think this is it. Yep, it is. So I pay for this, and it goes off your zip code. Let me share this screen. Hold on a second.
And thanks everybody for coming in and watching. We're learning about storage units. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Give me a like. It does help the algorithm, as you know. And I
So,
appreciate everybody being here.
so I do storageunitauctionlist.com. I pay $10 a month for it.
Storage
And
unit auction list. That's interesting. Never heard of that.
yep, and I pay $10 a month for it, and they will give you a list. Let me go in, and I'll see if I can pull it up. It's been a while since I've been in here, just because I've been so much on the other stuff. See, it's been a while since I've been in here, guys. Sorry.
No problem. We appreciate your information and your help.
Yeah, I do. This is my passion, Paul. This is what I love doing. You know.
Well, if it's making you money, why not, right?
Right. Yeah, I have. Oh, I don't have an active subscription. That's why. That's why I don't have it. It's been a while. Can you tell? But this is what I use, and they will actually list the facilities for you. Let me just go out of this and see if I can show you how this works. And they'll actually go home. So as you can see, they gave you a list of all the facilities that have live and online auctions in your area.
Very cool. Have they I mean, I know the pandemic threw everything in a whirlwind. Have they started live ones again where you are?
They have a little bit. I'm new to this area. I've only been up here, 7, 8 months in this area, so I'm still.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've been in PA since February.
Okay.
So it's kind of new up. I haven't got quite accustomed to everything up here yet. So.
And where did you move from?
Idaho.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you can find all your stuff in there. That's a good tool to find stuff. So.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah,
Very
I
cool.
like I said, this is my passion. I love teaching people how to do this. I mean, if you get the right manpower, you can make quite a bit of money doing this, guys. You really can.
Yep.
You know?
Do you, because now I'm just going through things that, I hear from other people that do this. Do you call? Take care, Sandy Kirk. Thank you very much for coming in and spending some time with us. Do you call the facility, say, listen, I'm looking to bid on unit 546. Can you tell me anything about it? Do they do that?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. I sometimes I don't like to do. That's just not my way of doing things. You know what I mean? I like to just go off of what I see in the pictures for the storage treasures and
Yep.
go with that. Um,
Well, I mean, I've heard
I will
people
ask
say,
when I get there. I'll ask them. I'll like, hey, how long has this unit been rented? You know, were they? You know, what kind of people were they? You know what I mean? And
okay, okay,
sometimes I'll get an answer. Sometimes I'll get, they've been here for a year or two. You know, kind of an answer. I'm like, okay, whatever.
okay. And they say a lot. You could tell by the amount of dust on the boxes.
Yep. Yep. I
Um,
have a thing for dust on boxes. I also have another key that I like to, but you got to be careful because you got to watch out for staged units. Some of these storage facilities are not very honest. You know, you
and
got to
we've
you got
seen,
to know what you're looking for.
yeah, I think when you watch Jeebus for a while, you see that there was a couple of shows that he did. It's like, okay, you see this unit we bid on, and now look at this unit over here. Does anything strike you? And it says, wait a minute, that's the same unit. Or, they moved the boxes.
Yep.
They had it for sale 1 month, it sold, and then the same unit is up again the next month. They just moved the boxes around.
Yep.
So that's
A lot of
and I
times I'll
guess
screenshot if there's a unit I really, really like and it gets canceled. Sometimes I'll screenshot them and hold them off in my pictures. Then that way, if I see that unit come up again, I'll compare the pictures and see what's missing.
okay. Okay. Yeah, any tips on, I guess that's one thing that we're looking at, Yvonne,
Yep.
is there's a risk involved
Right.
in it. And hey,
But don't ever
Julie.
judge. Don't ever judge a unit by what it looks like. I mean, it could be trashed from head to toe. You got to think of okay. So when you're looking at a storage unit online, think of how they were moving that day. Okay, if it's an eviction, you know what they're going to be? They're going to be in a hurry.
Yep.
Okay, an
Here's
eviction
one
unit.
of your neighbors. Uh
Yeah,
you know Julie, right?
yeah. Julie
She's
Park. Yep,
she's one of your neighbors now that you're in Pennsylvania.
yep.
That's
Yeah.
cool. I corrected it, Julie. Thank you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you,
Um,
Julie.
I was going to say, Julie's got some great stories of shopping in Amish. I don't know if you're close to that.
We are. We have a lot of Amish up here in this area. Yes.
Yeah, she's got some really cool stuff at there. But go ahead. I'm sorry for interrupting.
That's okay. You know, a lot of times, with the storage units, you got to think of how these people were putting it in there. If it's all trash at the top, a lot of times that means that's an eviction unit to me. They were in a hurry. They were quick. They needed to get out. So they just, like the bottom is all nice and neat, and all of a sudden you got all this trash on top. Either A, they went through that unit, or B, it was an eviction unit. You can never judge I've learned this lesson from day one. I was going after a unit when I first started this career. It was full of bags and a ripped up couch. Smelled like cat pee. Oh, that thing was horrendous.
Oh,
I walked away from that Paul and I'll regret it from day one. Because I knew the guy that bought it and I asked him and he showed me pictures. They found $400 in cash and $4,000 worth of handguns in that unit.
wow.
$5 that unit went for because nobody wanted it.
Wow.
I regret it from this day. I don't ever touch a unit by its book. Yeah, there's
Damn.
some nasty button units. Trust me. But you
But
know what?
then you would have, in all reality, you would have had to put that couch in a truck and taken it to a dump.
Yeah. But look at the money that you would have made.
Yeah, that's true. That's very, very
You know
true.
what I mean? You're looking at a $5,000 unit. You just 100 times your $5 unit.
Excuse me. Wow.
Yeah.
So, what's the nicest thing you ever found in a unit, and did you keep it?
We keep a lot of stuff. As when you have storage units, you have an ample enough of shampoo, soap,
Okay.
toilet paper, paper towels to last you for years. Trust me, it's always an ever storage unit and laundry soap. Never have to buy any. Once you get
Toilet
going,
paper. They'll put toilet paper in a storage unit. They'll
oh yeah,
store that.
oh yeah. Trust me, I've had 5 or 6 12-pack paper towels, and I'm like, okay, I got enough for 6 months now,
Wow.
But yeah,
But I
I
do see on some of your auctions, you have some of this beautiful porcelain or china and stuff like that. Do you keep some of that? I mean, some of it is,
don't.
it's ornate, and no,
I'm
you
not a
sell it
collector.
all.
And now, if a turtle appears in a unit, and it's one that I don't have, yeah, that's my temptation.
Which one? Michelangelo,
No,
Donatello?
no, the regular turtles. I like turtles. I'm addicted to
Okay.
turtles. So if a turtle appears in a unit, yeah, sometimes it ends up in my personal collection. But yeah, I've closed all my clids except for my older one. He can't stand when I buy storage unit clothes.
Wow.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you sell everything.
I do. And I have a bad habit of not looking things up. I'll get people at the auction like, do you realize that was one for $100? And I'm like, oops, your
Yeah.
benefit, my loss. Sorry. That's how I
Wow.
roll. I sold a jacket about 3 weeks ago to a customer, and I didn't realize it was brand spanking new, had $100 price tag on it. I sold it for $10 on the YouTube auction.
Damn.
You know,
Do
I
you?
don't I don't look things up very often. That's my bad thing. I just want to flip, get in, get out, and go to the
Well,
next unit.
that's not a bad mindset either. That's an interesting question, Yvonne. Hold on. Do you? And I just forgot mine, so I'll go to your question first.
I've not had any problems with bed bugs. A lot of times you can tell those in the kind of the pictures. I mean, if I pull up a picture and I see lice bottles right off the bat, I tend to stay away from those units.
Wow. Do
you know,
you prefer, or can you? I guess you could see from the picture if it's an indoor or an outdoor unit.
sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Okay.
Because the way they like here, I'll pull up one, and you really sometimes you can tell and sometimes you can't tell. Let me pull up a unit.
Bed
Sometimes
bugs.
you
Yeah,
can.
that would suck to go to a unit and then bring that stuff home.
It would be. A lot of times I don't bring anything home unless it's kind of clothing wise.
Yeah.
You know?
I think because listening to some of the people I listen to, what they say if they found a mouse and stuff.
Yeah, you're
Excuse me.
always finding mouse and mice turds and that. You just wash the clothing and
I think what I would do if I was to do this is, those foggers, they're just foggers. You
right,
press the button and they fog for pest control and stuff. I
right.
think if I was to get one, the first thing I would do is put 2 of them in the unit, come back 8 hours, 9 hours later, and then deal with it. And
So
hopefully
like
that would kill everything.
this one here, you can tell that it's an indoor unit.
Yes.
You can tell that. Let me see if I can find another one. Now, a unit like
Yes, Yvonne. But they kill everything.
yeah. See, like this one now, it's more than likely a pull-up outside unit. But look at the
Okay,
cowbell.
yep.
Holy smokes. See, now this, to me, this unit here, as you can see, this is an elderly person because I have a cane.
Yeah.
Now, to me, could meaning they have antiques.
Right.
Got things that are old.
Like
Look
that
at the
looks like a dining
dovetails.
room table right there on its side.
Yep, yep. And I would just sell those for cheap, 10, $20 a piece. I like to move my furniture. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Let me see if I can pull. Now, there's a couch or futon right here. But all the furniture matches. See here? This matches the piece over here. Now you have a walker up here. So, yeah,
Yeah, I was going to say that's a washing machine or a dryer.
Yep, that's probably a washer, maybe? Oh, yep, it's probably a washer. That's a hit or miss, But yeah,
Wow.
that's some of the units that I kind of look at. You know what I mean? Now, these are the ones down in Baltimore, Maryland, down here. I tell you, There's so many stinking ones that I could pick up. It's not even funny. I just don't have the time or the money to pick them up. But they're down there, or some of them are $10 or $20 units. You know what I mean? Like, look at this. Okay, this one's probably been cherry picked. I can tell you right now. They left what they wanted to. You know what I mean? But you still have a fairly good profit if it goes for a decent amount. You know what I mean?
Okay, yes.
Not something that I would personally pick up just because I don't like the cherry picked ones because all the good stuff is gone.
Right. Now,
But
do you have a local auction company that you could say, listen, I just bought a unit. I'm taking everything I want. I'll leave the rest to you as long as you can have it empty by tomorrow, and then I'll split the money with you or whatever.
I not in that direction, Paul, but I do what I do is I have a system that I go through. Is so what we do is we bring everything to the YouTube auctions, and yes, I do starting to look a little bit of things up to put on eBay. Um, so what'll go to YouTube auctions first. If it does not sell there, I'll check it again if it hasn't been looked up on eBay. If it's a good amount on eBay, then it'll get processed right onto the eBay listings immediately. If it
Okay.
are under $20, $25 or under 30 maybe, I'll bring it up to a dollar auction, right? If it doesn't sell under a dollar auction, then it gets in a box, what we call go back to the auction house. So then
Oh,
every
okay.
week I go up to the auction house and I take up what I need to, like a carload.
All right.
Or every couple weeks I'll take a carload up to them. And then if I have any furniture in the barn, I'll say to them, "Hey, would you sell these pieces for me?"
Okay.
And he cherry picked two of the pieces this last week because we've been sitting on them for 2 months. Yes,
Oh,
I would have
nice.
loved to hang on to them because they are all Ethan Allen pieces.
Nice. Nice.
But the problem is, I've already tried to sell them. I've already made money off of that unit. So right now, I don't care what I get for them. I just need them gone.
Right. Let me just catch up with the chat. Jennifer says a lot of time things sit in storage for a while. I don't think bed bugs survive without blood from humans.
Yes, correct. Yeah, I don't usually worry about bed bugs.
Mice come in from outside storage units. That's why you see them. Kill dust mites on plush by freezing for 12 hours.
Correct. I throw all the most of the plush in the thing.
Being an elderly person unit, the family may have just thrown everything in the storage unit so they could sell the house quick. That's very true too.
Correct, Renee. Yes.
Yeah, washer. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of when I gotta admit when a family member dies, and I think we've talked about this on the show a lot. You got a family member that would collect snow babies or Hummels, and the kids say, we don't want that. We don't want to, just get rid of it. And that's what they do. They'll put it all in a box and either donate it or just get rid of it because they don't want to deal with it.
Right. Exactly.
And Yvonne, you said $10. Wow. Don't forget, it's an auction.
Yep.
The most active part of the auction is the last few minutes.
Exactly. Yeah. The last 10 minutes, guys, can go very cray on these auctions. And one thing you've got to realize too, when you're doing these auctions, guys, you have to stick to what you can see in the unit. For like this unit that I'm looking at right now, I would probably, if I was bidding on it, I probably won't, because right now we're full at the barn. But if I saw something like this unit, it's very intriguing to me because I see a guitar. You know what I mean? And I see a
Where
lot
do you
of
see a guitar?
right here.
Where? I'm looking at the big picture on.
Right, that thing right there, that brown thing.
Oh, okay. Yes. Wow, good
Yeah.
eyes.
Sorry, I have an eye for these storage units. So
I guess
I
so.
throw a lot of things up. So there is a guitar in there. It looks like there's 1, 2, maybe good pieces. Like there is like a rocket extractor that I would bring to the auction. Start at $10-$15.
Yeah.
There's cushions in there. These cushions here remind me of like outdoors. So there could be some outdoor chairs out there.
Yes. Yep.
This intrigues me. What this blue barrel is kind of makes me nervous. But you got to watch for writing. See, like here, Things from my bedroom. Electric fan. Lord is my shepherd sign. Now that's intriguing. You know?
Oh, okay.
You know, there's a ladder in there. Actually, there's 2 barrels. Now, those barrels could be clothing. There's an old suitcase here. See, I could go walk you guys through. Oh, this is a sewing machine up here. There's a sewing machine.
Yeah.
There's a bag of some type.
Wow. So you got to go piece by piece and then try to come up with, I guess,
Yep.
a dollar value of what you see.
Yep, correct.
And that
Yep.
guides how you would bid.
Yep. And you can blow these up, guys. Don't be afraid to if you got the right computer and the right mouse, you can blow things up. You know, I've caught a pretty good eye of people like, well, how in the heck did you see that? I'm like, you just know what corners. Now, to me, this was a moving company. And the reason why I'm saying that was leftovers from a moving company. You see how this is all wrapped in plastic? And it's got
Oh,
a
with
moving
those,
company
yeah,
blanket. So that could be your dresser, your chest. Now, it could or could not have something in there of value, like your jewelry.
Jewelry box or something, yeah.
Yep.
You've never found an urn with ashes or anything, have you?
No, I have not. But I have found, and this has happened to me twice. It is a piece of furniture, because there's your legs.
Yeah.
I have found 2 memorials of passed away babies.
Oh.
It gets me every single time, and I'll look at the facility and make sure you get these pictures back. Do you understand me?
Wow.
You know what I mean? And they're like, why? And I'm like, I'll pull one of them. I pulled one of them out, and they're like, yeah, we'll make sure these pictures get back to the owner. And I have contacted this last one we just found one out of the Maryland unit. I did contact them through Facebook because I wanted to make sure that their pictures were going to get back to them, but they never answered.
Wow.
If
you see a label, you could look up the address too. Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
Yep.
So there's a lot of prep work you have to do just before you just jump right in.
Yeah, you do. And if anybody wants to reach out to me, I'll absolutely look at a storage unit and I'll guide you. Just don't hold me accountable for what you know what I mean, that was a bad unit or a good unit.
Yeah.
But I've done this a little bit for It's About to Get Real Kim. She'll send me units once in a while. She'd be like, what about this one? What about this one? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't like this because I like this because of this. Now,
so you definitely have to do your due diligence.
Right. So this is one of the ones we are bidding on right now, just because it's a small baby unit. This gray box, if it's in there, is $100 bill.
It looks like a side of a subwoofer, a subwoofer.
Yep, and those are $100 bills around here any day, anytime. Now, I know it's not the greatest unit, but look at all the totes in the back.
Yep.
You know, that intrigues me. I love totes. Yeah, we got older bikes. I'll probably throw those up for $5 a piece or stuck them down at the auction house. You know?
Right.
It's not, but look at the units it's got 2 hours up. It's only $30.
What's the largest unit you've ever purchased?
I've done a 10 by 25 that's been only a fourth full.
Wow.
But most of the time I try to stick to the 10 by 10 units.
Okay.
That's usually my go-to.
Kawanda Collectibles. Good morning. Thanks for coming in.
Yep.
Wow.
But yeah, this is some of the stuff that I look at. This is some of the stuff that I walk through. I mean, I'm open to questions, guys, and there's some ones like this I won't touch. I'll show you one of the ones I will not touch.
Are you averaging one a month?
I would say anywhere from 1 to 3 a month right now.
Nice. If anybody has any questions, just put them in the chat.
Now, if there is a refrigerator in a unit right now or a piano, that is one thing that I will not touch. I don't care how good the unit is. You will not see me touch a piano unit or a large one of those big, huge plasma TVs that they used to have that are 50. They're hard to get rid of, guys.
What about a pool table?
That one's iffy. I mean, if the unit is good enough for me to pick up, yeah. But this is one that is somebody's put their trash in, and I won't touch it with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, pool tables here, when they go at live auctions, they don't sell for anything like
No.
under $50. And the pool table originally cost thousands,
Right.
but
Yep.
used pool tables just don't sell.
No.
Plus, you
No.
have to take it apart.
They're heavy.
Yeah, the slate tops there are very, very heavy.
So this to me looks like it was somebody's eBay store or a staging company. This is a staging company. I know that's what it is already. So sometimes the staging companies that stage houses, they will
Oh,
dump
yes,
their
yes, yes.
inventory.
For a builder, yeah.
Yep. So this is what you call a staging unit. And some of these can be good because, their stuff is usually pretty good. You know what I mean?
Right. Unfortunately, some of the other stuff, though, that they use is fake.
Yep.
Like if they show a TV or something, usually those are fake.
Yeah, exactly.
They're just shells or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's some of the units that I kind of look at. I've been really tempted to get more down in the Baltimore area because they're going so stinking cheap down there. It's so hard not to pick up a lot of units down there.
That's interesting. So
You
do
know?
you know, would you, or do you have in the back of your mind, you say, okay, I've been doing this now for years. I find more of this item in this area, more of that item in that area. So let me, do you think about that? Like I find
A
more,
little bit, but not often. You know what I mean? I mean, you'll know what facilities are people are living in more, and you really just kind of be a little bit more cautious with those units. You know? Thank you, Anne. Yeah,
yes,
I've
thank
been
you,
doing this
Ann.
for a long time. It's my passion. I love teaching people how to do this.
Like you've seen Grimes, right,
Yeah,
Justin?
yep,
I don't know how, and I don't get it for Texas. I would think of it for California. He's running into these units jam packed with comics, Pokemon cards, toys in Texas.
yeah. You got to realize those units like that are going to go for a lot of money.
Right. But what I'm thinking is, okay, for me, because I'm into toys, why
Right,
Texas? San Diego Comic Con's in California. So we know there's a huge conglomerate of collectors there. New
right.
York, there's a lot of collectors there. Why Texas? They don't even hold shows there really much anymore. Um, and I would not think that you go to Texas or something and there would be a lot of collections, a lot of people that have all these big collections.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
Collectors
collectors
are everywhere,
everywhere,
true.
Jennifer. That's what I was thinking. There's collectors everywhere. That's the only thing I can think of is it just depends, what kind of collector you have out there. You could have a closet collector that has all these in the storage units, and then they end up passing away, and the family really never knew what was in there.
Right. Yeah, true. Very, very true. Very true. So there's not one area that you're finding the same kind of stuff.
Not really. I just get I tendency to to go for the household units just because I know what the YouTube chat likes. That's where our main platform is. So in my mind, I try to get antiques, collectibles, things of that nature for selling on our YouTube auctions.
Okay.
Clothing, and if I can, my motto like lately has been if I can sell something cheap enough where another reseller can pick it up for me and do their online shopping and make money off of me, that's a benefit because I made money, they made money. It's a win-win situation.
Nice. Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
sometimes I sell things for that are $60, $80 or 100 that I technically probably shouldn't have sold for $5, but it happens.
So are you listing on any platforms either, or is it just
Yeah, no, we have eBay, Macari, Posh, and we use
okay?
a cross lister for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody have any questions? Put them in the chat, please.
Yeah.
Lot of good information April just shared with us.
Yeah.
If you missed the beginning, like where she's buying storage units and how and stuff. Just rewatch. This is interesting. I always wondered how the storage unit selling worked. Thanks for this information. Oh, thank you for coming in.
Don't get caught up on the bidding, guys. You have to stick to your thing. If you think that unit and you want to pay 200 for it, okay. There is sometimes I will go 210 or 220 on a unit after I've got my limit of 200, just because I'm like, okay, it's only $10 more or $20 more. But don't get into the hype of I want this unit, no, regardless what, and I don't care what I'm going to pay for it, and then you end up losing money. You've got to stick to, or this is what I'm going to pay for, and I'm sorry, I love that unit, but I have to walk away.
Yep.
And don't get all hyped up, because I've seen units lately around here, and it's really been crazy everywhere. Is you really want a unit, you're a high bidder on the unit, and you get 2 hours or an hour from the unit, or sometimes 30 minutes from it going off, then the tenant pays for it. It's part of the business.
Right. Wow.
The other thing that I want to say is I have a policy, and this is what I've been teaching Kim, and it's up to you guys, but try to go pay for these units as soon as they go off. Even if you have to just run down there real quick, pay for the unit, put your lock on it, because that unit is not yours until you pay for that money. So
wow.
If you pay for that unit and you get your money on it and you get your lock on it, it's technically yours. It can still be the tenant's up to the moment that you get there. So you could walk in, and 2 minutes earlier, the tenant just walked in and paid for that unit. You lost it, even though you won it on storage treasures.
Wow. And then they make you pay. Oh, man, those are the three. Yes. Plus, she's going to start whatnot.
Yep, correct.
But I keep doing that, and then I lose my question. Oh, when you pay, they make you pay an extra fee for, and they give it back to you once they see that it's cleaned out, broom swept, I guess.
Correct. It's $100 deposit fee. Sometimes they're more, sometimes they're less, but the general rule is a $100 deposit. So I have a $100 bill that's in an envelope, and it stays in there.
Okay.
And so anytime we win a unit, I've not had where I've had 2 or 3 units go off at the same time. So it's been a while. So yeah, I have $100 in an envelope, and as soon as we win an auction, I immediately take off and I go pay for that unit. I don't care what I'm doing; everything gets dropped. My kids even know. Mom won a unit; she's taking off again.
Oh wow! Did they give you a deal to if you wanted to, like, say, I don't have any help and I want to take my time with this? Can I rent it for a month? Do they give you a deal?
Yeah, sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. It all depends on the storage facility, and you got to talk to them when you get there.
And if you leave it,
I have a policy, Paul, of not doing that, because I've seen and I've heard. I don't think it's ever happened to us at all. But if the old owners sneak into that facility and get into that gate, and their items are still in there, you have the risk of them breaking that lock and taking those items out.
Oh, wow.
So I try to move these units out as quickly as possible out of that unit, so there is no temptation. Sometimes if I know it's going to be a big unit and it's going to take me 2 or 3 days, I will literally go through and I will cherry pick right off the top the most expensive stuff in there, if I can possibly get it out of there that day, and get it in the car and get it out. Because if somebody does break into that unit, or the old tenant does break into that unit, then I know I got my money covered, and I'm not going to have a huge loss sitting in my hand.
Right. Wow. But that's theft if they break in after you paid for it, right?
Yes, but you have to prove it.
Don't they have cameras?
They do. It's kind of hard. It's kind of difficult. I've heard stories. Now, it's never happened to me, so you know what I mean? But I don't want to take that chance.
I don't blame you. And Yvonne, I believe for the big furniture and stuff she does, she said she does Marketplace.
Yep.
You didn't say you use OfferUp. Have you tried OfferUp on the big
I
stuff?
have when I was in Idaho. It doesn't work very well out here. You get a lot of people that don't show up. Same with Facebook Marketplace. You know what I mean?
Right. Wow. Very, very interesting. Have you found any, because the last few ones I watched, there's always some grass in the unit and pipes and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
between the adult sex toys, the drugs, the needles, you're gonna get that. I'm gonna warn you. It's part of the business, and you just. I have a sharps container here. Um, Another idea is if you have prescription bottles, take the names off of them, and you can go down to like a Walgreens, and they have a medicine dispensary box, or some of them do. I don't know if all of them do, but I have seen them. I've done that before. Is I'll dump old medicine down there.
No.
Drugs. If it's a large quantity, I'm talking like kilos, and you know what I mean. Then I do report those to the police. But if not, if it's just a small amount, I'll just destroy it and dispose of it.
Yep.
Because I don't want to deal
Treasure
with that.
Hustlers, welcome in. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's the facility taking stuff out of the unit and then putting their lock on it.
Correct. Yep. Yep.
We have had it happen twice now. Oh, I didn't know you bought storage units.
Yeah. Yep.
These girls never cease to amaze me.
Yeah. Yep.
All the stuff they do.
Yeah, like I said, I don't give any facility, I don't give any previous owners any chance to do anything. Once I win that unit, I'm in, I'm out, and I get that stuff out of there immediately.
But now still, like you go to Baltimore, which is you said an hour and a half away.
Yep.
And you have an SUV, probably a big SUV. It's going to take you more than one truckload to empty a unit.
Now, when I do my Baltimore ones, my little policy is I will actually go down the next day. So if I win it at noon, I'll head out in the morning, and I'll actually I will go down in the morning, and I will pick up a trailer that morning, and I will, because they don't do one-way rentals with U-Hauls anymore, which is really crazy, unless you have the enclosed trailers, which I don't like. I'll rent a 10. If I know I have 2 units down there, which I tried, that's kind of my policy. I'll go down and I'll pick up 2 units out of Baltimore, and I'll take a 10 by 10, 10 by 10 trailer, open trailer, and I'll haul down there empty, and I'll load it back up and come back up and use the trailer. And it's kind of like.
That's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, you're funny, MKT.
Yeah, something.
Where'd he go? He leaves me. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, I all right. Because here I am trying to click on people's remarks and questions, and it wouldn't let me. And then all of a sudden, you disappeared.
Yeah, I know. It's like, what? Where did I go? What the heck?
We've had it happen twice now, and she said something. It's in our names. She said it's all about the hustle, and that's true.
It is.
That is true. It's all about the hustle. So you could put a trailer on the back of your SUV.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, I haul quite often with my SUV. Yep.
Yep. Well, there it is. We hustle, Paul. We hustle.
Yep, that's the name of the game, guys. You have to hustle in this world.
I'm
like not liking this new $600 rule, though. Thank you, government.
I wish you, Treasure Hustlers and April, I wish you were both here yesterday. You could start a side hustle with the drugs you could find. Just kidding. Yvonne,
yeah, we find a lot of drugs.
Do you find a lot of them?
Yeah, we do. That and sex toys. I think that's sex toys are almost in every unit. So.
Hi, Elsie. Thanks for coming in. Wow. So do you, when you do a unit, do you, are you always making runs to the dump to dump a lot of stuff, or will your local rubbish pickup, or however you say it, some people call it rubbish, some people call it trash?
Yeah, our local trash company here is pretty good. They have a policy, like on Thursdays, you're allowed 1 large item. So if we have a mattress or a box spring, as long as it doesn't get wet, they won't take them if they get wet. But if they have a box spring or mattress, we just put it out there on Thursday. So if we have like a car seat, like we've had some car seats, and I will not sell them. It's against my policy. You know what I mean? I do not sell any car seats because you don't know if they've been in an accident. You don't know if they're cracked.
Right.
You know, you don't know if they're expired. I just don't take that chance. So a lot of times those go out in the curb on Thursdays when we do things. So yeah, sometimes my trash bill's kind of heavy, but it's part of the business, you know.
Yep. Not a 10 by 10 trail, most likely a 6 by 10. Streets are only
Yeah,
10 foot wide.
yeah, it's the biggest one. I think it's a 6 by 12. I think is what they call it on U-Haul. Yep.
What did you say about $600 in the government?
So now they have a $600 rule. So when you have $600 in sales or more, it's all reported to the government. It used to be
Yep.
20,000.
Yeah.
So as a single parent, I'll admit it. I used to hide a lot of my income because that's how I got by in this world. You know what I mean? I would keep all my platforms under 20,000, so nothing got reported.
Yep. Anne
And I'll
Marie.
admit it. And now that the $600 rule is, I lose everything. I've lost all of my help.
Yep.
So now I'm all on my own.
Anne Marie, check yesterday's show out. We talk about that. We had somebody that came in that just does YouTube auctions, and she doesn't want to sell on eBay and stuff. And I told her, I said, you know, as soon as PayPal, if you get money from PayPal from selling things,
Yep.
as soon as you hit $600, you're going to automatically be issued at the end of the year or the beginning January a 1099K, because that's income. If you do eBay and you do over $600, you're going to be issued a 1099. And like I told yesterday, I'm not an accountant, but if you're selling things on any platform, you have income.
Yep.
You got to make sure also you're putting, and I just gave out what I know the average is 28%. You should be putting that aside.
Yep.
To pay your 941s and stuff like that on income. You know, a lot of people don't think about that. We have a few funny videos of us cleaning out storage units.
Yeah, I need to do videos. I know I've been trying, guys. I got a couple started, and then I get sorting, and then it's like, oh, I forgot to tape again.
What kind of camera? Do you have a GoPro or a GoPro knockoff?
No, I just use my phone, and it doesn't only last like a couple minutes.
Get yourself one of these. This is a GoPro knockoff.
Okay.
But it's a Lasco. Let me see if I can get it here.
Oh yeah.
AKASO. It's got the front screen and the back screen. It actually is better than the GoPro for what it does. But you could get a clip, because I told this to Donna years ago. I said, why don't you just get one of those clips and clip it to the top of the storage unit and aim the camera down, and it'll pick up your audio and everything.
Yeah, that I know. If I just did more storage unit videos, I think we would raise our channel a little bit too.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to get to 500. That's our goal for the year. I've been doing about 100 a year, trying to get us up.
Okay. All right, Yvonne. Thanks for coming in. A fridge almost crushed me. That was great. Oh, I don't think it was great.
I try to avoid those refrigerators. I really do, because I hate opening them.
Oh, I can imagine. I get friends and family money all the time for my milkshakes. Yes, you will. If it goes over $600 in 1 year, you will, Jennifer, because it's in. And there she is, right there. I used to be an accountant. I don't play one on YouTube, but there she is, Lisa C. Welcome in.
Yep.
Hey, Storage Bandits, welcome in. Don't forget self-employment tax 15. Well, I said it was 28. I thought that was an average of 28. It all depends on what tax bracket you're in. There's a lot of things. I know there's a lot of people out there saying, I can teach you how to do eBay and sales and stuff like that. But a lot of people don't tell you that, well, don't forget to keep money aside for your taxes.
Yep.
You do YouTube auctions. Well, don't forget, you're going to have to pay your own sales tax, because the platforms, eBay, Mercari, whatnot, they pay the sales tax.
Right.
A lot of people don't tell you all that extra stuff.
Correct.
We had to rent a U-Haul because it drove a Camaro. Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
clean out a storage unit with a Camaro.
No.
Have you ever seen any with a car in them?
Yes, I have. But you have to be careful because some of the facilities won't sell that to you
So
because
who gets it?
they send them to the tow yards, is what I was told. I don't know if
Well,
it's true or
that's
not.
crazy.
Right, because they don't have the titles on them.
But you can get a title.
I know.
You can get a salvage title.
Yeah. Some places will even see guns, and you'll have to turn the guns over to them too. And I stay away from
Really?
this, and I stay away from those facilities because if I find a gun, I keep it quiet. I don't tell anybody because I don't want the
Wow.
search facilities to take them.
There's a my
I've
old
only found one
assistant.
gun though.
Well, my old assistant, who used to work at my real estate office, her husband does eBay, and what he does, he's a mechanic. He'll buy an old car, junker, and he'll dismantle it. I was amazed once he was selling the chrome door handles, and they go for like $60 a piece, and he probably only paid 100 for the car.
Yeah. Mhm.
But I met him at the post office a couple of times. He's selling a bumper cover that's just as big as I am, like 6 foot long, and he just wrapped it in cardboard. And he says it gets to the place fast because the post office just wants to get rid of it. They don't
Wow.
want it in the way.
Yep.
Um,
I've talked about buying a like a U-Haul truck or something, but the problem is you have so many expenses that go along with that. It is so much cheaper just to have a trailer.
yep, you need a commercial license and
Yep.
commercial registration. Yep.
So I stay away from the big trucks. I just give me a trailer. I'm golden. I can work with those.
Yeah, because then if you don't need it, you can just take it off.
Yep.
And now what if you bought a unit and the boxes are all in front and you get in and there's an RTV or ATV in the back?
I
Can
think
you?
you're allowed to keep them. Yeah, I would not say anything to the facility. I would keep it quiet.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And get it out there. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's a big business, parting out car parts. I just had to buy some parts for my convertible. Um,
Yep.
I didn't buy used ones. I bought repos. But yeah, there's
So
yeah.
what I do, Renee, for this is how I did my gun. I found a local auction house that was also an FFA dealer,
Oh, federal
and I
license.
knew the company in pretty well because we had buy inventory from them. And I went up to him and I said, "Hey, I found this gun in a storage unit. Will you clear it for me and sell it for me?" And the guy said, "Sure." And so that's a lot of times how I will approach the issue if I get a gun, is I'll find an FFA auctioneer dealer and say, "Hey, I got this gun in the thing. Can you clear it for me and will you sell it for me?" They get 30%. They get their money for checking it out. You know what I mean? If the gun comes back stolen, then we have to turn it into the police department. But
Right.
from that,
But for
that's
you it's
a
just
win-win situation. It's out of my house, A, and B, it's I can sell it, and yeah, I lose 30%, but that's okay.
right, but you're just getting more money.
Yep,
It's
exactly.
just money.
Right,
Here's the piece, sell it and just give me what my percentage
right.
is.
Because then I don't have to pay the fees too to have them check it. Because
Right. You
I'm
don't have to
already
pay the fees. You
consigned
don't
with
have
the
to
auction
pack
house.
it and ship it. It's
Yep,
all here it is.
yep,
Money, please.
exactly. That's just how it works.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. But yeah, you gotta start doing some videos because I'm sure you're gonna be just like my wife would be, open up boxes. Oh look,
Oh yeah,
there's a
the rabbits that we found a couple weeks ago were just amazing. I didn't open the box, but I'm like, oh, how did I miss this box?
yep.
I don't know if I have it.
Anne Marie, if I always tell people, if you and my accountant told me before I became an LLC, he says, don't do it until you're making money consistently.
Right.
Um, Sales tax number, if you're going to buy wholesale, open up wholesale accounts, or go to local auctions and don't want to be bothered paying the sales tax because you're only buying to resell, then I would get a sales tax ID.
Right.
If you're just getting started, just start out. Like now is perfect because October, a lot of the experts are saying people are going to start buying in October for Christmas for fear things are going to be a little worse in the economy and things might not be available November and December. So they might start buying heavily in October to get in preparation for that. See how it goes the rest of the year. And then in January, February, make up your mind, well, okay, yeah, I think I might want to do this. So let me get what I need. I need an accountant, but don't pay one because I really don't have a lot of sales. Do you own a house, Jennifer? I tell people all the time, you own a house, you need an accountant. If we find storage bandits, hey, if we find guns in a locker, we just take them to the sheriff's department and they always call us after they are cleared. Very nice.
Yep. That's the other option.
Free small business and tax help. That's true too. Everyone take care. Have to. All right. Thank you very much for coming in,
so
spending
this
the
is
morning
one of
with
the
us.
rabbits that we just found in one of the units that will be coming up.
What is that?
It's a plaster rabbit that we found in one of the units.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So this is the latest unit that we've got going on right now. It's the unit that keeps giving to us.
Nice.
But we do have a couple videos up. We have one video, I think, of on our channel of us opening a safe. We did find money in there. It was a drug unit.
Yep.
There was money in there. It wasn't a lot, but there was money in there. So.
Yep. Only a mobile home, but not on the land it's on. You own, I don't know, Jennifer. I always used to get mad at my clients when they told me that they didn't have an accountant do their taxes. And I says, you own a house. How can you not have an accountant? How do you know you're missing deductions that you should be taking? It's probably worth it. It'll probably cost you, I don't know, twice as much as you're paying now to have an accountant do it. But I think it's worth every penny to be protected. The one thing that applies to everyone in taxes is don't mess with the IRS, especially with all those new agents. Yep. Lisa, would you agree with me that if you own a house, you should have an accountant? I've told people that always. That rabbit is hilarious.
Yeah, I know, isn't it? And you'll have to come to our YouTube auctions and see some of the stuff that we've been picking up.
Yeah, definitely put your links in too. But if anybody else has any questions about storage units, and now we're getting a little bit into the business side of things. Yep, I would, she says. Definitely feel free to put them in the chat. I do these shows and I try to get more guests on. The focus of the show is to try to help people make more money with their online business.
And like I said, anybody wants to reach out and ask me questions off air, I'm more than welcome to help people. You know what I mean? To get started in this business. Because you can make money, but you got to know what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. My mobile home cost $3,000 and is old as dirt. Who cares? It's peace of mind, Jennifer. Seriously, it is peace of mind. It's just suggestions, though, And you may think it's worth $3,000, but you do realize that the price of homes across the country went up like, was it 18 to 20 something % over the last 6 months? I'm not getting no deduction for it. Find a local accountant that does a free consultation, and then you decide. So do you have, April, thank you very much for coming on and sharing your knowledge. Do you have a unit that you're looking at this week?
I do have a couple that I'm kind of watching, yeah. Only because we're so full in the last unit we just picked up about 2 weeks ago. We're still not quite through that one yet, but we're about that halfway mark on this unit, so I want to be careful. So, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Treasure Hustlers.
Is
Yeah.
this is a tin can on? Oh, Jennifer, no, come on. Um, is there one specific item that got you interested in the unit, like that guitar that I totally missed?
I just kind of I'm looking for household units. I'm looking for antiques, collectibles. That'll spark my interest. I am also very addicted to finding ones that have moving company boxes and lots of dust and lots of cobwebs. Those are
Now,
my two. I'll be going, and then
on
I'll literally tear apart a unit in
wow,
my pictures. I'll blow them up. I literally will take my phone and I'll take that and I will blow them up and try to find corners of pieces. Wait a minute, that's a safe. Oh, wait a minute,
oh
that's a
wow,
I do a lot of back work in the background trying to
yeah.
figure out things.
Well, you have to, right? It's
Hmm.
you have to do it.
Yeah.
Now, when I get the emails from Storage Fox or Lockafog, whatever it is, and I open it up, they kind of tell you what's in the unit, but how do they know there's collectibles and toys and stuff if all the boxes are closed?
What they can see, or sometimes they've already been digging in it. That
So,
makes me nervous because I don't
so
like
that's a
being.
hint to stay away from that unit, maybe.
Oh, thank you, treasure hustlers. I mean, I'm a small person. I'm not like Storage Pirate. You know how big their operation is, but I can show you as a small business and a small one or two person operation how things I run mine. You know what I mean?
Yep, I
Well,
would do
thank
that.
you.
I would do that, Treasure Hustlers.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
mind coming on. Like I said, Wednesdays are my best days because, like I said, I like Tuesday nights I went to bed at 3 a.m. So
so, in other words, you didn't go to bed; you went to bed in the morning.
yeah, yeah, Monday nights, Tuesday nights, Thursday nights, and Friday nights. And my bedtime is about 3 to 4 in the morning, and then I'm
Oh,
back up again at I have to be up during the week. I have to be back up at 7 o'clock, 7:30.
wow. And
I
that's
got
true. I
kids.
forgot here, Jen. Yeah, Jen. Renee is also her CP. Her husband's a CPA. So you got people online that can help you. Also, you should have her weekly. Okay, it's up to her. I'm game.
I'm okay. I can show you guys units. I mean, if somebody wants to pull something up in their area and you want me to cherry pick a unit, I'll go through and tell you how I cherry pick a unit.
That's interesting. Do you do any estate sales?
I do, but not as much. You know what I mean? Because I'm so busy doing this right now. Yeah,
Yeah, because doing a storage unit, you get a mess of stuff right away, right?
yeah, you do. Yep.
Wow.
There's the 10 by 10s, 10 by 20s. Yeah, yeah. This last unit was a 10 by 10 filled to the ceiling, and we're buried in it right now.
Wow. And see, that's another thing now. I'd like to see a picture of the barn.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. The barn is a mess right now.
but that's okay because it must be, I'm figuring in my head a barn, Pennsylvania,
Yep.
full of stuff.
Yeah, it is. It's full. We got rolling doors. Is full from one end to the other, and
Now, since you have a barn, okay, and so you're not in a community, right?
correct. Yep.
Would you ever like lay out tables, lay stuff on, and do a massive garage sale?
We actually do. What we do is what we call and we take the risk of people stealing things. We know it. We do self yard sales during the summer. So we'll lay out the yard sales. We don't put only but one table out because we don't want anybody to steal the tables. So we just lay them on the ground on sheets or tarps, and we leave them out. And we have a box on the side of the barn, and so they just come out. It's $1 a piece. You just pick out what you want. You put the money in the box. We're checking it 2-3 times a day, and that's how we get rid of things.
Nice.
Just during the summer. In the winter we're gonna have to go back to dropping things off at the auction house.
But now in the winter, couldn't you do it inside the barn?
No, because we don't want people.
Oh, tripping and
Yep,
yep.
becomes a liability.
You're being requested to be a permanent guest.
Okay.
I'm cool too. I'm down with it
I'm okay
actually.
with that.
Oh,
Wednesdays are
down.
my
Listen to
best
me. I
days.
sound like I'm 17 years old. I'm down. I'm down. Oh,
Yep, I just got Whatnot Treasure Hustlers like this week. I've been dragging my feet, but I have 3,000 postcards that are biting my butt right now. Like, we need to get rid of these.
And yeah, everybody, if you don't know Treasure Hustlers, they do Whatnot. Like one time I got up at 3 a.m. and they were on because they're in California, so they're 3 hours behind us.
Yeah.
And if anybody likes, like you have your Whatnot or whatever, put your
Treasure
links in the chat. I know I don't promote that enough, but yeah, if you have anything coming up, you have a show, an auction, whatever, a new video premiere, and put it in the chat. Hopefully you all hear, I mean, the chat has been going wonderful. Connect with everybody so you know when everybody goes live.
Right.
And you can visit their page. We like to be on when you're in the middle of the, oh my God. And that's Treasure Hustlers for you, ladies and gentlemen. Drop your Whatnot link. Yeah, Renee, I mean, April, drop your Whatnot link. And you just muted yourself. If you have April weekly, you should let her sell 10 or 20 items as well as a nice thank you.
Oh.
Whatever she wants to do, I'm into it. Whatever she wants to do.
We'll see what we can come up with. I'll come up with some crazy idea.
Well, what
Things
did you do? Because
really crazy right now. I'm trying to get rid of clothes. I've got 8 buckets of clothes that need to go on Poshmark.
Wow, your mic sounds a little different. It sounds really good right now.
Sorry. Yep, they're better.
No, it sounds excellent.
Okay.
I was talking to Jackie. Okay. I'm on Scooter Renee tonight at 9. Excellent.
Yep. I'm off tonight. We're back on Hemlock's channel tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern is usually when we go on.
Nice.
And then Mondays, we're on Kim's channel, and that's when we do our dollar days. Everything starts at $1.
Nice.
And when I'm cleaning the basement like I am now because I've got too much stuff, I just do.
But seriously, though, look into one of these.
I will.
It's the GoPro knockoff, but it is just as good, if not better, because it does more than the GoPro does for a fraction of the price.
Right.
I think this company, what is it? AKASO.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to look into that. I've been wanting a GoPro. I just been so busy with everything.
I think this one cost $79, and a GoPro is $400. Full Pro, yeah. But you see, all my videos are all done with it, and they're fine. They are, and I like the screen that so I can watch what I'm doing. Like if I want to film myself, GoPro finally just came out with that, and now that camera's like $400. So if there's no other questions, so April, you already told us what you have coming up. You put your link in. That's cool. So everybody want to see her Whatnot.
Yep.
It's
brand new, so don't get out. Yeah, it just happened this week. So give us some time. We're still not approved to sell on there. It takes up to 2 weeks. But that was my project for the week.
So you put your information up already?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you get an account from them, but you got to prove you're a seller, and it takes up to 2 weeks for them to go through everything. It's a little bit of a fun adventure that I've been, because they want you pictures of your inventory. How? I got inventory everywhere.
Renee, I believe it's $78, $79.
Oh, see, that's not bad. I can do that.
Can you come back next week and share about estate sales? Absolutely.
Yeah, I can put something together. Yeah
absolutely. I think Victoria was waiting for weeks, and I put in a recommendation for her.
Okay.
And she was approved right away.
Was she? Okay.
I did it for Lewis and several other people that were waiting for a long time. Now I wasn't waiting for a long time. I did mine in the very beginning, and they kept telling me, when are you going to do your first? When are you going to do your first? And I said, when you answer the question, who's paying the sales tax? We're working on it. I says, well, when you have an answer to that, then I'll do my first.
Right.
And then eventually 4 months later, they said, okay, we have it all set. We're paying the sales tax. I says, all right, now I'll do my first.
Right.
I'm like that. I have to have all the information in front of me before I do something.
Knowing me, I'll just jump in and just kind of wing it the first time.
Yeah.
So the first one might be like, what the heck am I doing?
Right. I think I'm going to do I want to do one. But the thing is, if it's consistency, like, eBay on the Bay, I forget his first name. He does one. He's on at 1:00 every afternoon. There's a guy that I look at once in a while who's on 4:00 in the hour. He's called Figment. And Sandy loves Figment, so I always want to see if he has anything Figment. Sometimes he doesn't, and I don't understand the name. But I was thinking about doing that, is scheduling something, because I was going through my stuff and I have a lot of Disney pins. So I was thinking if I went on at least for a half hour, I could do a half hour of Disney pins.
Right.
But if you schedule at the same time every day, I think it's better.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Wednesdays are going to be kind of our day, because that's the only day that I'm not auctioning, that I gotta figure a time and figure what works best.
Yep. We just opened a second channel for me to sell anything and everything and go on whenever I want throughout the day. Nice.
Yeah.
Yes, here I have a new video at 1 if anybody wants to watch. Very cool. Yep. All right. Last call for questions or anything, everybody. If not, we are going to end it here. I will be on Artio Jewels by Lydia tonight. Yes, it's just a jewelry bag opening. Very cool, very cool, very cool. All right, I just want to wait for the lag to see if I'm going to miss any questions or anything. Thank you again, everyone, for coming in. Thank you on Twitch. A lot of people on Twitch and Facebook. Thank you for checking out the show. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not, and hit the bell. Thank you, Christy, so you know every time I go on. And believe that's it. Anything else, April?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Just checking. People putting links, stream deals. All righty. All right, everybody. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow. We have Anthony on to talk about sports cards. Everything you wanted to know about sports cards. I don't know. I hope we didn't lose April again. That's the end of another great show, everybody. Thank you very much for coming in. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Hope you even learned a little something. And as always, thank you for your support. And please subscribe to the channel for more great content like we did have today. And Maddie, do you want to tell the people goodbye and have a great day?